Hello everyone! Do you remember the basic Korean word order we learned last time? Subject, object, verb. To put it another way, S-O-V. Today, we're going to take it a step further, and I'll show you the secret to making your sentences long and impressive. Alright, let's get started. If we compare language to a train, English is a train with the engine at the front, and Korean is a train with the engine at the back. For example, an English train goes first, subject, then engine, verb or adjective, object, and place. But a Korean train shows first, subject, then place, an object, and finally engine, verb, or adjective at the end. If we simplify it and just use numbers, English goes 1, 2, 3, 4, but Korean goes 1, 4, 3, 2. As you can see from the Korean train, it's hard to catch the exact meaning of the whole sentence unless you hear the final verb. That's why Koreans say you have to listen to Korean until the very end. Of course, Korean is a context-driven language, so if you share the information, you can often understand without hearing the end. But for word order, it's crucial to know the correct structure to build proper sentences. Trains look cooler when they get longer, right? So now that you've got the basic train cars, let's start building a longer and cooler one. We're going beyond I eat kimchi, and I'll show you how to make long sentences like I deliciously ate the kimchi I bought yesterday. Let's check the train numbers again. In English, the number 2 engine is right after the number 1 subject, but in Korean, we show number 4 place or time and number 3 object first, and then attach the number 2 engine at the end. In Korean, the verb is the engine, and it always goes at the very end. Everything else lines up before it. English adds stuff after the verb, but Korean keeps adding more and more cars right in front of the engine. This is the golden rule of Korean word order. Don't forget it. Now let's look at how we make sentences longer using adjectives. Let's look at some example sentences. Here's something interesting. If you want to say 저는 맛있는 피자를 좋아해요 in a longer way, English goes like this. I like the pizza that is delicious. See what happened? The adjective delicious comes after pizza, not before. In English, when the description gets longer, it kind of runs away to the back of the noun. But Korean doesn't do that. In Korean, we say 저는 맛있는 피자를 좋아해요. The description stays right in front of the verb, exactly where it was. And this doesn't just happen with adjectives. The same thing happens with adverbs too. In English, you say, I eat pizza deliciously. The adverb comes after the verb. But in Korean, it's 저는 피자를 맛있게 먹어요. See the pattern? Korean puts all the extra information right before the verb, while English usually adds it after. Does that word order make sense? Okay, let's move on. Guys, this is a really important point. If you want to level up to intermediate, you have to know nominalization. In English, the structure shifts at the end, like I enjoy eating pizza. But Korean is super straightforward. You keep the original word order and just add one big train car in front. Take eat pizza deliciously. 피자를 맛있게 먹어요. You just group it all together and turn it into one big noun block. The act of eating pizza deliciously. 피자를 맛있게 먹는 것. So it becomes 저는 피자를 맛있게 먹는 것을 좋아해요. Usually, you just say 저는 피자를 맛있게 먹는 걸 좋아해요. See? The order doesn't change. Now, let's put all the train cars together. In English, you'd say something like, I enjoy eating the pizza that is delicious. But in Korean, the train looks totally different. It goes like this. Number 1, 저는. Number 3, 맛있는. And then number 4, 피자를. And again, number 3, 맛있게 먹는 것을. And number 2, 좋아해요, comes at the very end. See what's happening? In Korean, all the long explanations don't come after the verb. They stack up right before the verb, one by one. So by the time you hear the engine at the end, everything is already fully prepared. That's why, when you listen to Korean, you really have to wait until the very last word. Wait a second, you might be thinking this right now. But hold on, 맛있는 피자, we say delicious pizza in English, right? So English puts the description in front too? Yes, that's true. English can put descriptions in front, but only when they're short and light. The moment the description gets longer, English never puts it in front anymore. For example, 내가 어제 산 피자. In English, you don't say I bought yesterday pizza. You say the pizza I bought yesterday. See what happened? English says the main thing first, pizza, and then pushes the long explanation to the back. English actually doesn't like heavy stuff at the front of the sentence, so if it's just one small word, English is okay putting it in front. But once the explanation gets long and heavy, English says, okay, let me say the main thing first, and then throws the extra explanation to the back. Korean works totally differently. In Korean, the engine verb is sitting strong at the very end. So no matter how much information you stack in front of it, the sentence doesn't collapse. That's why in Korean, you can keep stacking everything neatly right before the verb. Time, place, adjectives, adverbs, all of it. The verb at the end holds everything together. Let me give you one more tip about adverbs. In Korean, in a sentence like 맛있게 먹어요, the word 맛있게 explains how the action will happen. Think of it like this. Before you do the action, Korean sets the mode first. So it's not helping the engine, it's setting the engine. You turn on delicious mode first, and then you press the eat button. That's why the adverb comes right before the verb in Korean. Did any other questions come up? You might wonder, isn't 맛있다 just delicious? Why is eat deliciously awkward? The reason is that in English, delicious is an adjective for food, not an adverb for the action of eating. Do you know why I'm digging so deep? If you only get stuck in theory, you lose your momentum. This is the why trap. I went into a bit of detail on purpose just to show you how easily people fall into the why trap. Like I showed you earlier, when you get too obsessed with theory, you start overthinking every sentence just to be accurate, and that makes real, practical speaking really hard. Just stay flexible and practice through repetition. Think of it as a process of acquiring the language. Remember, English goes to the back because of its heavy head, but Korean stays in front because of its strong engine. Try making long sentences using the 1-4-3-2 order and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time with an even more helpful video. Bye!